Good morning, fellow gardeners. I'm Kelly, and this is K2 Garden Adventure. This channel is the story of me building my dream garden and farmstead here on the central coast of California. For those of you that have been here before, welcome back. And if this is your first time, hopefully you'll find this video interesting, hopefully maybe even entertaining, and possibly informative. While I do lots and lots of stuff here, today video is going to be me planting or trying to plant 19 different Japanese maples all over in the front of the property in the Woodland garden. So let me turn this around and show you what I'm going to try to get done. All right, so this right here in the front of the property is what I'm calling my Woodland garden. So it's supposed to look sort of natural. When I bought the place earlier this summer, it had this beautiful mimosa tree. There's a beech tree or birch, I always forget, out front. I'll look it up. I planted a jacaranda. And it has one of these cherry plum ornamental trees, and even though it's February, it's already putting out some pretty blooms. Let's see if we can't zoom in on that. Yeah, hopefully I get some more, but I don't know. It comes out with dark red foliage. We're used to there being more flowers at other properties, but who knows? This is my first year with this particular tree. At any rate, here in the front of the property, like I said, is the Woodland garden. And over here, please catch a video. I've just put out one finishing the southern patio, which, yeah, that looks amazing. But look at me, I'm already getting distracted. Over here even, we have my front avocado orchard with 24 different varieties of avocados. That was actually one of my first videos I made here, was creating that. Please check for that video on the channel if you are interested in that. But right now I want to focus on trying to get all these Japanese maples in the ground. A lot of them have been in containers, since like March and April. Finally got to a point where I want to get them in the ground. So like I said, I've got 6 that are already in the ground, and I have 19 more that need to get planted. But here in the front is the Woodland garden, like I was saying. Back right here, this area is essentially what I was calling sort of the shade garden, because once this mimosa tree fills out, this area get some nice shade, especially when the sun gets a little bit higher over the summer. I have some plans here, so check back for a update video. But right here, I've got, I think might have been the first one I planted in the ground. This particular one is a viridis, which is a real beautiful green, sort of filigree leaf Japanese maple. And over here I've got I believe purple ghosts, or no, excuse me, purple umbrella is in the ground here. Over here I've got a Tamukiyama. Hopefully he's still alive. It looks like it, so we'll see if he isn't a little bit happier in the ground. But I think I need to move that pugster butterfly bush a little bit so I can place the tree where I want. And that's always a good advice, is do your foundation plants first, you know, your trees and your larger shrubs. But you know, it's okay if you want to add something. It's real easy to move stuff, especially when they haven't been in the ground that long. And especially right now when a lot of the shrubs are dormant, very easy to move them. So over here, in this section, we're going to actually have 5 different Japanese maples. Now, some of these are bigger, a lot of them are dwarf, so they should fit in here nicely. And many of them actually grow very slow. In fact, I think that's true of most Japanese maples. But here we have Anaba Shidare. And you'll have to forgive my pronunciation on some of these. This one is great. I'm hoping it survives. Geisha Gone Wild has really incredible leaves. This little guy, Koto no Ito, and here we have Fire Glow, which may not be alive, but fingers crossed will come back and put out some leaves and recover from his arduous journey over the summer, because the show he puts on when he leaves out is amazing. I've got Moonrise, which is one of the 3 brand new ones that just came a couple of days ago. Here I've got Firefly, which is absolutely beautiful. This is another Home Depot one, and they just call it a green Japanese maple, but I believe it's a Sengokaku. Look at this stunning, beautiful coral bark on this one. And I think it's a Sengokaku because over on the other side, I have a Sengokaku. And so I'm pretty sure that's what this is. Up here is one of the most famous Japanese maples, the Bloodgood. And finally, in this section, we've got Celebration. Which is a really pretty maple as well. Then here, I'm going to put in a Red Dragon. Which, if I remember correctly, is a what they call a waterfall or a cascading. He's a smaller guy. And this is Crimson Queen. Which is a beautiful red maple, as you might have guessed. Let's see. Okay, let's go over here. Yeah. So, as you can see, walking along the woodland garden, there's lots and lots of different flowering trees and shrubs. And then up at the front, I have sort of a formal border. The succulent garden goes all along the front of the property. With lots of different containers with beautiful succulents. And then up here, I have some supertunias and some geraniums and 3 different rows of hydrangeas that hopefully are just dormant and not dead. And then recently put in a row of lavender as well that goes all the way across. But today we're focusing on maples, and this guy right here is filigree green lace, which is got the most beautiful fine, I think they call them dissected leaves. Let's see. This is where Purple Ghost is gonna get planted. And unlike Purple Umbrella, which was over there, let's see, right here I've got flavescens, which is an interesting one. And oh, this is another one that has beautiful bark called winter orange. And again, it's more of a orange. So we've got red, oranges, corals. There's even a one that had a yellow bark as well. And then moving over into this area, here I have a Crimson Queen. That I got from Home Depot that's planted in the ground and looks like it's doing good. This one I couldn't resist when I saw them advertise, the Ukigumo. Every so often it leaves out with white leaves, which I just think that's fascinating and should be really beautiful. But it doesn't do it all the time. So, you know, from year to year, it'll be interesting to see what happens with mine. Here we have a Ghost Dancer. Right here. And Gold Digger. And then right here, we're going to do, what was this guy? Oh yeah, Emperor One. And so I'm actually going to move that Azuri Blue Satin Rose of Sharon over here. And put Emperor One in there. And then I think that's it. And then right here, I've got this really beautiful Sengokaku. And that's why I think that generic green one is this same variety. But beautiful, beautiful green leaves. And then this bark is just so beautiful. So you get year-round interest with some Japanese maples. So at any rate, that is the plan. So I'm going to get started on trying to get all 19 Japanese maples planted today. So we'll see if I'm successful. Oh shoot, I need to get these you know, spring is already here and the aphids are going after my hibiscus. So something else to add to the list of too many things to do, but hey, it's I like a challenge, and this is a big one. Can I plant 19 Japanese maples in one day? And of course I got to replant some other things. So wish me luck, and we'll see you in a little bit. Oh boy. So progress report. I am just over halfway done. I've got 10 of the 19 new Japanese maples planted. So let me show you how that's going and why it's taking a little bit longer than I was expecting. All right, so the first one we put in right here was the Summer Gold. And we've got the others here. I'll do a quick rundown with all of them when I'm all done. But if you see all these roots here, this is what's been making this take longer than I was expecting. So there used to be all sorts of overgrown shrubs and stuff, I guess, and some old trees that, I mean, I pulled out some trees, but other people had trees here over the years. In fact, this whole front yard used to be all grass. So very, very different now. But anyways, got all of these in, and some of them, at least half of them, I already hooked up to drip if they were right next to one of the 1/2-inch lines, I just put a little emitter right next to it. The other ones I'll have to come back and run a 1/4-inch feed line to them, but at least half of them are already have their drip sorted out. And I've watered the ones in right now. The roots tore up the walkways and the mulch quite a bit as I was pulling those out. So I think I decided to change tactics on that. Instead of pulling out the roots, maybe just cut them down in there. The problem is the roots are still alive and they send up kind of these unwanted shrubs and bushes. Yeah, so anyways, it's a process. But the other thing I did was, you know, I moved this butterfly bush over there, so there's a drift of 3 of them, you can see. I moved this one, which was right here, so I could make room for the red dragon right here. And so that's the first 10. So we've got, oh, you know, there's the Tamukiyama back there. And then, let's see, we got 1, 2, 3 more on this side. That's 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 over in the other section. Tells me there's one more I'm missing. Oh yeah, right over there. So, well, just wanted to give a quick update. We've got a couple more hours of daylight, so I think I can actually get this done. Had to do some watering chores and some couple other errands, but I think I'll be able to pull this off. Just need to maybe go drink some more Coke Zero to keep my energy levels up. And yeah, woo, 19 Japanese maples in one day, plus moving 4 or 5 other things as well. So like I said, wish me luck. Got a couple more hours, and see if I can't get this done. See you on the other side. Well, good evening, and as you can see, the sun is almost setting here, but I am happy to report that I got all 19 Japanese maples in the ground, and in fact, I planted one and then moved it. So I planted 20 Japanese maples all in one day, accomplishing an insane goal, and I did a bunch of other stuff too, but let me flip this around and show you where everything ended up. Okay, so over here, underneath the beautiful deodar cedar tree, one of these years, hopefully next year, I wanted to get like amazing Christmas lights all the way up this thing, but I digress, as usual. So over here, I planted 5 or 6 more. This one right here, this Crimson Queen, was already in the ground. But I added this very cool, this is the, was it Ukigumo? Is that the right way to pronounce that? Ukigumo, yeah. This is the one that can, puts out like white leaves, like when it leaves out in the spring, like 2 out of 3 years or so. It's amazing. And he actually had him planted right there. And then I had this idea for a new pathway over here. So the plan is to extend the pathway from there, have it come across, and then continue around over there. And yes, these are hydrangeas that bloom year-round here, evidently. And I had some volunteer daffodils popped up. But so the trail was going to go over there, and there's a new camellia that I planted, and there's a ficus I did as well. But so that was the one place that I knew on this side in the cedar planting area that I wanted a path. But once I planted the Ukigumo there, I said, wait a second, let's create a branch for the path and have it come up this way. So I needed to move it up here. And so now you'll walk in between these maples right here. So you have Ukigumo. Like I said, that was the Crimson Queen that was there already. Here is another one I just planted. And this one is the Ghost Dancer. And then up here, I put, oh, what's this one? This one is Gold Digger. So he's in there. And then I also planted over here, Emperor 1. And to put Emperor 1 there, I had to move this blue Rose of Sharon, but that's actually a better spot for it. So I'm really happy with that. And then again, I have this amazing, my biggest Japanese maple. Bought him from a local nursery here, but he was not cheap, but he is amazing. And that's a Sengokaku. And it has beautiful green leaves, but this amazing red bark in the winter. Anyway, so over here, we've got the path that's gonna come up between these 4 Japanese maples here, and then curve around this way, and then connect up to the gravel driveway right here. So that's a new path that I'm gonna make. We're really happy about that. One thing I've learned is when you're making your garden, you need to have things like paths and walkways and stuff that help define your borders, and then that allows you to figure out where to put things in between. So anyways, the path will come down along here, connect up with the path that'll go over there. And then, like I said, there'll be one that takes you all the way over to the side of the house. Eventually I'll, put in some hostas and some other things over here in the shade. But trying to do, just 30 things at a time. Don't need to do 31. Ooh, I want some ice cream now. All right. Okay, so here's another one that I put in. This was the Winter Orange. Got, which one's this one? Oh, Flavescens. Flavescens, I'm not sure. There's those two. What else? I may be repeating. I'm not sure which ones I covered before, but that's all right. This is the end video. Right here, this little guy, he's got some dead branches on him, but I do see some life. That's Purple Ghost. Hopefully he's not dead, even though he's a ghost. Oh, and right here we've got, what's this guy? This guy is, ooh, filigree green lace. Really beautiful. And what was one of the other ones I planted? Oh, gotta look for the yellow flags. Put them in there to remind me to do the get the irrigation sorted. And then here we had the red dragon. And let's see, this guy, the Celebration. He's just a little one. And we had this one over here already. That's Bloodgood. That's a really famous one that many, many people have. This is Firefly, hoping he's still alive. And then this one is just called a green Japanese maple. Got it from Home Depot. It might be a Sengo Kaku like I was saying before. Just because it has green leaves and that beautiful red bark. Let's see. I have to ask, send Mr. Maple a picture and maybe they can tell me what it is. All right, a Crimson Queen. So that's a repeat that I ended up with. Let's see, this one, and then these ones, I covered them earlier, but see, Fire Glow. Moonrise. Koto no Ito. This one's fun. It's got yellow bark. Geisha Gone Wild, which if hopefully he survives, or she, I guess, maybe because it's geisha. It has really amazing, crazy leaves on it. A Nabashidari. And, you know, on some of these, you'll notice I planted them with a serious angle, and that's because I'm wanting them to grow up a little bit and not just flop right over onto the ground. Again, new to Japanese maples, always a learning curve, so we'll see what happens if that was the right thing to do. Put this one in earlier. This was Summer Gold. It's one of my newest ones. This one was here before as well. Purple Umbrella. And Viridis was also here before. Beautiful green lace leaf. And let's see. I know I've missed some, but oh, got this guy in the ground in here for this. This is the Tamukiyama. I moved. There was a pugster pink butterfly bush that was right here, but I just moved it over there closer to the sidewalk to make sure Tamukiyama had a nice spot where he can show off his beautiful leaves. And let's see, I'm sure I missed some, but anyways, that is brings me up to 25 Japanese maples total, which is a nice nice number. I need to get these the second 9 that I planted watered in, and so again, they don't look like much now, but in a couple of months when the new leaves start popping out, they should be really beautiful. And it'll really be, I think, next year, once they've had a whole year in the ground to kind of acclimate and get over some of the shock of shipping and planting. But you know, stay tuned on the channel for, like I said, if not this spring, next spring, when, you know, all 25 should be putting on an amazing show of color, both from the spring through the fall. And remember to like the video if you liked it. Please leave a comment, even if you didn't like it. Tell me what I got wrong, or or a different idea you had, and you know, share the channel with your friends, as love for them to come along on the adventure with all of us. And until next time, happy gardening.